The White House is in absolute chaos this morning. Donald Trump is panicking as his administration faces its darkest hour yet. What you're about to see will shock you. From allies turning their backs on him in the Middle East, to economic disasters he can't hide anymore, to a scandal so explosive that even Republicans are calling for impeachment. This is the story corporate media won't tell you. Right now, America is witnessing one of the most disturbing government cover-ups in modern history. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is facing nationwide calls for impeachment after the killing of Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse in Minneapolis. But here's what makes this absolutely insane. Noem is now blaming Trump and Stephen Miller, invoking what historians call the Nuremberg defense, claiming she was just following orders.
When you perpetuate violence against a government because of ideological reasons and for reasons to resist and perpetuate violence, that is the definition of domestic terrorism. This individual who came with weapons and ammunition to stop a law enforcement operation of federal law enforcement officers committed an act of domestic terrorism. That's the facts.
Let me show you what really happened. Alex Preddy was filming Border Patrol agents when he was shot multiple times in the chest. The administration immediately labeled him a domestic terrorist, but then the videos came out and they told a completely different story. Watch this footage carefully.
Things got buried. Yeah, unroll your windows. No, you're just right inside. Let's go around.
You can see Pretty backing away, retreating with each confrontation. There's no assault, there's no attack, just a man with a concealed carry permit filming federal agents, which is completely legal, being executed in broad daylight. Republican Senator Rand Paul said it best: no American with any objectivity watches that video and believes the government's story. As the man retreats with each altercation, he retreats. The woman is thrown violently to the ground. He's thrown to the ground. The opposite of what they're claiming appears to be true. Even Trump's own Republican senators are furious. Tom Tillis from North Carolina, Lisa Murkowski from Alaska, they're all saying the same thing. This was murder, and someone needs to be held accountable. While the Minneapolis crisis spirals out of control, Trump is making threats he can't back up. He's deployed what he calls a massive armada toward Iran, threatening strikes if they don't make a deal with him. He posted on Truth Social, "They have to make a deal with me. If they don't, I'm going to strike them harder than I did last year." But here's the problem. His so-called allies in the Middle East are abandoning him. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates just announced they will not allow U.S. airspace for any attacks on Iran. They're refusing to help. Qatar and Oman are engaged in high-gear diplomacy to prevent Trump from making this catastrophic mistake. Let that sink in. The Gulf states that Trump thought were his friends, the ones he gave billions in weapons deals to, are now blocking him. Iran responded exactly how you'd expect. They said they'll respond like never before if Trump attacks. We're potentially looking at a massive regional war that could drag in multiple countries, crash oil markets, and cause global economic chaos. The UK, under Prime Minister Keir Starmer, just made a state visit to China. Canada's Mark Carney is pivoting toward China. America's global reputation has collapsed to levels worse than Kuwait, Kazakhstan, and Egypt. Now let's talk about the economy, because Trump keeps lying about it, and the numbers don't lie back. Trump went to Iowa yesterday and declared, "I defeated inflation." He actually said that. Meanwhile, the US dollar just hit a 4-year low. The dollar has lost 12% of its value since Trump took office. Markets are pricing in renewed inflation. When confronted about the dollar's collapse, Trump said, and I quote, "The value of the dollar is great." The same day it hit its lowest point in 4 years. Here's what this means for regular Americans. Everything gets more expensive. Imports cost more. Your purchasing power decreases. While Trump gives tax breaks to billionaires, working families are getting crushed. And speaking of billionaires crushing workers, Amazon just announced they're laying off 16,000 employees. That's the largest corporate layoff in Amazon's history. Nearly 10% of their corporate workforce gone. But here's the truly disgusting part. While Jeff Bezos fires 16,000 people, his company just gave $70 million to Melania Trump. 40 million as a licensing fee, 30 million for promotion of her documentary, 70 million to Trump's family, while 16,000 families lose their income. But wait, it gets even more insane. Trump is now sending emails to his supporters at 3:56 a.m. with the subject line, "Are you an illegal alien?" The email says, "Your file says you're a top MAGA patriot, but my records show response pending. Don't tell me you're an illegal alien, please. Are you a proud American citizen, or does ICE need to come and track you down?" Then it links to a website where you have to confirm you're an American citizen by giving Trump money. And if that wasn't enough, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is now pushing Trump accounts for children. He went on TV and said parents shouldn't buy toys for birthdays or holidays anymore. Instead, they should put money into Trump accounts, which he called better than the lottery. Translation: put your kids' birthday money into accounts that boost stock prices for companies whose oligarchs donated to Trump's campaign. This isn't just another political scandal. This is an administration in complete meltdown. From the streets of Minneapolis, where innocent Americans are being killed by federal agents, to the Middle East, where our allies refuse to support us, to the economy where workers are being sacrificed to enrich billionaires, everything Trump touches turns to chaos. Subscribe to this channel for daily updates. Hit that like button if you want accountability. Share this video with everyone who needs to see the truth.